What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and today I am bringing you guys some mods that I have wanted to see in Spin Tires for ever since I started playing it, basically. These are three different versions of the Mercedes G65 AMG. We have the street version on the left, the off-road version in the middle, and then obviously the 6x6 monster on the right. Now, we're going to be coming to the 6x6 monster in a bit, but we're going to go ahead and test drive the... I believe this is the street version. Okay, so they line up in that order. Anyway, the street version is obviously the first version that we get to try, and because of Spin Tires physics, it spawns them in the air for some reason. I don't know why. Now, even in the on-road, the on-road version, this thing has some massive capability. I mean, it is just, all of the G classes are just monsters, but even the on-road version is pretty competitive off-road. It has the power. It's got more differentials than you would ever want. No, I mean, it's got, that's the 6x6. Sorry, the 6x6 has more diffs than you could ever want, more lockable diffs than you could ever want. But the locking diff in this thing is brilliant. It pretty much never fails on you, never lets you get stuck. And it does a great job climbing hills as well. I mean, we're in the sand environment right now, and I'll test these out in the future on maybe the death road, because I feel like they would do really well, especially the 6x6. Even though I haven't driven it, I kind of get it. I have an idea of how it's actually going to be able to drive. But the funny thing about the on-road, the version of the G65 AMG, is it's very easy to make it jump. It's very easy to jump it, and it's just a characteristic of the car itself. I mean, let's see if we can get it a little airborne right here. Yeah, it's easy to get this thing airborne. And again. And the thing is, in Spin Tires, it's actually pretty difficult to get a lot of these vehicles airborne. And, okay, never mind. I thought that was the edge of the map for a second. I thought that was the edge of the map. But this reminds me so much of the Top Gear episode where Hammond went... Yeah, we've kind of rolled over. Let's switch to the off-road version before we go to the 6x6. But this reminds me of the Top Gear episode where Hammond took the 6x6 out into the desert, and that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited to actually try the 6x6. Now, this off-road version feels like it has a little bit more power. Now, this is my first time driving all of these. It's my first time driving any of them, so this off-road version definitely feels like it has more power. I mean, obviously it has bigger tires and a little bit more of a lift on the suspension, but let's see how it can climb. No problem at all. I don't even have all-wheel drive on, and it just powered straight up that hill. This would monster the death road. See how you do getting out of mud. Oh, yeah, no problem. What about water? Probably no problem either. A little bit of a hill, but it just powers straight up. I didn't even need the diff lock for that. And even with the all-wheel drive on, this thing is quite fast. Let me take it off. See if it'll change down. I don't know if it's going to. I don't know if it's actually going to change down. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. This auto box is kind of... Whoa, there's a bit of a jump. But yeah, the automatic box in these vehicles are a little bit... it's just a little bit unpredictable, so you kind of have to just guess when it'll do what it wants to do, because it's a little bit... I don't know, it's a little bit funky in the way that it actually works, because it's, like I said, not very predictable at all. I really hope that in the full version of Spin Tires, you actually have the option of a manual gearbox to actually be able to change gears by yourself, because the stock auto in this game is, like I said, a little bit wonky and very unpredictable. Let's see if we can go for a little bit of a speed run, because we're kind of on as flat of a surface as we're going to get. Why are you not changing down? Why are you not changing down? Change down, please. I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's going to. But you see the amount of suspension travel that this thing has, and even though it's a little bit bouncy, it's not super top-heavy, which is really quite nice. Because some of the vehicles can be super top-heavy, and it just makes you not want to drive them because you're always afraid you're going to roll over. But enough of this one. We're going to the 6x6 because that's where I'm going to spend most of my time. This thing is a monster. It's louder than the other two, definitely. Let's see how this thing does. Just no all-wheel drive, no diff lock. Just see how it does. Oh, yeah, it moves. It moves, that's for sure. I am absolutely going to try and take this thing up the death road. I think it would do amazing. But this thing is fast. I mean, it is seriously fast. Even when it gets something steep, it doesn't even... Never mind. Never mind. That happened. Let's see about this hill, though, without the all-wheel drive on. Okay, all-wheel drive engaged. Diff locked. Oh, yeah, no problem. It just powers straight up it. And with the amount of lift this suspension has, it's not going to get stuck pretty much on anything. It's not going to get beached on anything. This is a monster. Doesn't even dig in. It just, like, it doesn't even, dig into the ground. It just grabs and goes. No issues whatsoever. Bring it back just a little bit. This reminds me of that. This reminds me of that huge drop that Hammond went over. And you know what I have to say about that? I have to say power. Come on. Oh, that's not gone well. Oh, yes, we made it back to our wheels. Yes. And still, just hill climbing is easy. Is so easy in this thing. Absolutely nothing to worry about. I mean, yeah, you might get stuck eventually, but not anytime soon. I mean, if you purposefully try to put it in mud... I mean, let me try and get it stuck real quick. So, yeah, we're stuck. We're spinning. So I put in all-wheel drive, no diff lock. And it's already grabbing and pulling at the front. Now locking the diff. Just digs in and goes. That is super steep and is monstering it. No problem at all. Let me take the all-wheel drive and the diff lock off so we can get some speed out of it now. Because this thing is super fun to just get up to speed and just go across these dunes in, because this map, I actually thought it was going to be really boring. I thought it was going to be really boring to play it because it didn't have any, like woods or mud bogs or anything like that. But out in this desert, this thing is really fun because you can just mat it and just take it out across these dunes and just jump dunes in it, and it is so fun. And it's cool because you don't really get this experience anywhere else in spin tires. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure that I now have a new favorite vehicle in spin tires. This thing is a monster. It's so fun to drive. I can't wait to take it to some of the forest maps, the woodland maps, and get it into some mud bogs and see what we can get it out of, like with some tricky situations, and just see what it'll do, because it's definitely got the potential to be the best truck I have ever used in spin tires. In fact, I should actually take it to the Stone Mine map. I think it would fit in perfectly there. But yeah, out in these desert dunes, it is totally at home. Totally at home out here on these dunes. Oh man, this is going to be a bit steep. No problem. Oh, dude, look at that. No problem. Even when things get super steep, this thing just keeps going. It never gives up. It's like, you know what? I don't care if you're in my way. I'm either going over you or through you. And you can see the suspension working. You can see the shocks working. You can see everything doing its job. And it's an absolutely... Oh, God. Ugh. Yes, there we go. Managed it perfectly. Gonna need the diff to get out of there. And even when one or two wheels or tires are digging in, you've got so many locking points in this truck, basically. I'm searching for the right word. You got so many locking points on that suspension that you can get yourself out of pretty much any situation. You'll always be able to pull yourself out, and it's never any trouble for this thing because it's got massive amounts of power. The climbing capabilities. In fact, we're just going to stop. No run-up whatsoever. You guys see how steep that is. That's near vertical. Go ahead, stick it in low. Full power. Just straight up it. No fuss, no fighting with anything. just goes straight up it and monsters it. It is so fun to drive this thing, because you honestly feel like nothing can get in your way. And there's the edge of the map. Yep, we found the edge of the map. Straight up, no problem. Ugh. Yeah, in real life, that probably wouldn't have worked out. But thankfully, this is spin tires, so we're good to go. But if you guys enjoyed this look at the Mercedes G65 AMG 6x6 mod, don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. And also, if you guys want to check out this mod and try it for yourselves, there'll also be a link in the description box below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to you guys later.